Yo-ho!
Turn around, quick! Hurry, hurry!
Oh, that dastardly Aunt Bonnie! She's throwing all of our treasure into the bay! Oh, I should have known she'd do something so crooked.
And indeed she would. Aunt Bonnie was known as one of the most fearsome pirates of her time. She was raised as a boy and took to the seas as a teenager. And eventually she became first mate of Calico Jack as well as his wife. She won many a duel and battled alongside the male pirates of her day, not to mention that she rivaled them all in being the rabble-rouser of Tortuga.
Ha 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 ha! You'll never get your treasure back now!
We beat all the others fair and square, and now we'll beat you.
Yarr, that's what you think! Wait until you see the challenge I have for you. Don't you worry about us! We've got an expert on our side.
Hi, I'm Mr. McGuire, and I teach at the New Apex Academy in East Cleveland, Ohio. Today I'm going to teach you about finding median, mode, and range. It's pretty simple. It's something you've seen for years. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this graph here. From this graph, we can collect our data. The way we're going to do that is we read our title. It's the quiz scores. Down here, we know that this is student 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. We also have the score on the test. Our data is going to come from that y-axis, the vertical one. So we go ahead, we jump in, and we look at each piece of data. We started with 5, so one student scored a 5 out of 10 on this quiz. The next student scored a 9, and I've written them all over here for you to see. From these, we're going to calculate the median, the mode, and the range. In order to calculate your median, you need to order the numbers from least to greatest, then find the middle number. I'm going to give you a hint. If there's 2 numbers in the middle, you're going to add them up and divide by 2. Okay, that just so happens to be the case with our data. So we go ahead, we take them, we put them in order from least to greatest. I put my 4 down first. Then I see my 5 is the next. Go to my 6, 8, and then another 8. And then I have 3 9s. So once you have them ordered from least to greatest, in order to calculate your median, you don't need a calculator, you just need rainbows. So whenever I do this, I use my rainbows. I connect the smallest number to the largest number. And then I keep going until I end up in the middle with nothing left to connect to. Now you and I said we're going to have 2 numbers in the middle. It just so happens to be 8 and 8. So I circle them. What do you do when you have 2 numbers in the middle? You go back to your notes and you see, oh, 2 numbers in the middle, we add and divide by 2. So I take 8 plus 8, and then I'm going to divide it by 2. It ends up being 16 divided by 2. So our median equals 8. Now, once we've calculated our median, we're going to move down to our mode. The mode is the number that occurs the most. So when you think mode, think most. We go ahead, we walk straight over to our data. Take a look, what number shows up the most? I have a 4 once, a 5 once, a 6 once. My 8 shows up twice, but in this case we have 3 9s. So we know our mode is going to equal 9. The last thing we're going to calculate is our range. Our range is the difference, which we know means subtract, between the highest and lowest number. So we find our highest number, 9. We take away, subtract, find the difference, of our lowest number, which is 4. We subtract, and we get 5. So we label it and say our range equals 5. In order to complete this quest and this challenge, all you're going to have to do is what I just showed you how to do. Have no fear, I know you can do it.
Yo-ho!